Chapter 6, Lesson 3, New Towns and Cities. Vocabulary in the section, capital, justice, vigilante. Build on what you know. Today, California has many big cities. Perhaps you live in one. Which ones do you think became cities because of the gold rush? Building towns. Main idea. Cities grew and new towns sprang up near the gold fields of Northern California. Some of the mining camps built during the gold rush became towns after California became a state. Some places that had been small towns before the gold rush grew into cities. Until 1847, San Francisco was a village called Yerba Buena. Only a few hundred people lived there. When the gold rush began, ships brought thousands of 49ers to San Francisco. By 1850, about 25,000 people lived in the quickly growing city. San Francisco. Most ships from other countries and the rest of the United States came to California through the San Francisco Bay, pictured to the right. Gold Rush towns and cities. Port cities. San Francisco grew because ships brought mining supplies and other products. Merchants traded these goods for gold and items made in California. By 1860, San Francisco was a busy city of about 60,000 people. Another port city that started during the gold rush was on the San Joaquin River. Boats from San Francisco sailed to a camp called Mudville to get closer to gold fields. Charles Weaver, an immigrant from Germany, bought land in Mudville. Instead of looking for gold, he rented out land for shops, hotels, and other businesses. He named the growing town after Robert Stockton, a United States Navy leader he admired. The map above, entitled Gold Rush Towns and Cities, shows the different port cities and mining towns and gold fields in California during the gold rush. Water routes. Towns and cities grew around goldfield rivers that flowed into the Sacramento and San Joaquin rivers. Skill. Reading maps. Look to the map at the left, and can you name two rivers where two or more mining towns are located? Sacramento. At the start of the gold rush, John Sutter built a road from his fort to the Sacramento River. As ships full of gold seekers arrived, the little port grew. Sam Brannan opened a store that sold supplies to miners. Brannan's store and other businesses boomed as more 49ers arrived. The port became the lively town of Sacramento. In 1854, when Sacramento became the state capital, it grew as the center of government. The capital, which was completed in 1855, had meeting rooms and offices. A capitol is the main building for government work. Question. Review. Why did San Francisco and Stockton grow during the gold rush? Seeking success. Main idea. People who came to California found new opportunities and problems. The gold rush brought together people from all over the world. By the 1850s, the population of California was very diverse, or varied. Some people came to get rich any way they could. Others wanted new opportunities and were willing to work hard. Mifflin Wister Gibbs came to California to try mining. He didn't find gold, but he opened a shoe store with Peter Lester. In 1855, Gibbs began to publish the Mirror of the Times. It was California's first newspaper written by and for African Americans. Below is a photo of Mifflin Gibbs. He started a newspaper as well as a meeting place in San Francisco for African Americans to share ideas. And you can see the actual print copy of Mirror of the Times, which was the newspaper written for and by the African Americans. Gibbs wrote and spoke against the discrimination that many African Americans faced. Throughout his life, he worked for justice. Justice is fair and equal treatment under the law. Gibbs wrote that determination holds the key to success. He later became a lawyer and a judge. Not everyone in California cared about justice. Many criminals also came during the gold rush. They thought that it would be easy to steal gold, money, and land in California. Gold miners did not always stay in one place long enough to set up strong governments and fair laws. Organizing governments. To stop criminals, some people became vigilantes. Vigilantes are people who punish and even kill others without proving they have broken any laws. Vigilantes claim to fight crime, but they often commit crimes themselves. Vigilantes attacked immigrants, African Americans, Mexicans, and American Indians. They were often cruel and unjust. San Francisco Police Chief P. Crowley is shown at the right here. Cities such as San Francisco formed police forces. In time, people organized local governments and systems of laws. They set up police forces and courts. The new laws protected citizens from both criminals and vigilantes. Review. What did Mifflin Gibbs do in California? Lesson summary. During the gold rush, San Francisco grew into a city. New towns sprang up along rivers near gold fields. Most people came to do honest work, but crime was a problem. Why it matters. Many of California's modern cities had their beginnings as trade and business centers during the gold rush.